We're officially starting our sourdough journey, so we need to make some starter. I am not a sourdough expert. I've made sourdough previously when we were in a lockdown the first round, but I didn't make the starter. One of my friends gave it to me. So I'm making this from scratch and we're just gonna learn with each other along the way. It is actually super simple to make. All we need is some flour and we need some water. I am using water that has been boiled in the kettle and is completely like cooled down now, because sometimes the water from the tap, because it can have a lot of chlorine and stuff, especially if you're on town water, can be, you can tell I grew up on a farm calling it town water. I've got a jar here. This is a glass jar that's got a lid. I'm using rye flour. It's a tip my uncle gave me, was to use either like a rye flour, or if you can't find rye flour, you can use wholemeal as well. You can use white flour as well. A lot of people do, but this is just what I'm using. I'm taking the tips from my uncle because he's a great cook. So all we're going to do is put our jar onto our scales. If you've got digital scales, this is the best thing you need. And I'm going to zero it out, and then I'm going to add 50 grams of the rye flour into here. We're literally going to do 50 grams of flour and 50 grams of the water. Ooh, 50 grams. I'm going to measure it separately because I don't want to put too much water in here. That's too much. I'm going to pour the water in here. I'm just going to mix it together. And it will be quite sticky and stodgy, but don't add more water into it. Just give it a really good mix around because you want to make sure that you get all that flour from the bottom. Our starter has started and I'm just going to put the lid on. Now I've read quite a few things about not putting it on completely and just kind of leaving it on, obviously covering it, but it's probably still got a little bit of air and stuff going through there. Obviously you want to cover it because you don't want to leave it open because you don't want bugs and stuff going in there. I'm just going to leave this, and then tomorrow we're going to feed it. So you want to feed it every single day, but this is the start. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to do it together. Sometimes starter cannot work the first time. If you do it, and sometimes you might need to change things about it. So we're going to see how it goes.